It's fair to say we've been waiting for years for the price of electric cars to come down. And today we're at the UK launch of the BYD Dolphin Surf, which offers price parity with conventional petrol super minis. It marks the brand's 8th electric car to be launched in Europe in less than 3 years, and it could be its most convincing and important model to date. Rather confusingly, it is not a special surfing edition of the BYD Dolphin, but a completely different car that is smaller and cheaper to buy. In its native China, it's called a seagull and is a bestseller. But I'm guessing the negative connotations of seagulls in Europe put BYD management off. Elsewhere, it's called the Dolphin Mini, but you can imagine the problem there.
No.
I digress. It starts from £18,650 for the active model, rising to £21,950 and £23,950 for the Boost and Comfort versions respectively. And it is packed with technology and equipment across the range. This means it undercuts similar sized alternatives, including the Citroën EC3, the Hyundai Insta, Renault 5, Nissan Micra, Mini Cooper Electric and Fiat 500 Electric by quite a few £1,000s. The only lower priced options are the Dacia Spring and the T03 Leap motor, which offer less space, range and performance, and, as I'm quite open to admit, just feel unfit for A-roads. There's also the imminent arrival of the Fiat Grande Panda. Despite only being 3.9 metres long, 1.7 metres wide and 1.6 metres tall, thanks to BYD's industry-leading platform, its cabin space and boot capacity are comparable with cars from the class above. This incorporates BYD's trademark Blade battery, which uses lithium iron phosphate chemistry for higher levels of durability and safety than traditional EV batteries without the use of any cobalt. Curb weight is 1,390 kilograms for the heaviest Comfort model, which is on a par with class rivals, but a good deal weightier than the Dacia Spring, which feels like it's made out of snail shells and crisp packets. What do you think about the outside? Sporty? Fun-loving, edgy. The design was led by designer Wolfgang Egger, who has worked with a lot of European luxury car brands over the decades. It's distinctive, that's for sure. The single arch profile helps deliver cabin space, whilst this wide body contour, which rises along the side of the car, give it a dynamic look. The C-pillar has this dot matrix detailing inspired by ice crystals, obviously, to make it look like the roof is floating above the body. At the front, sharp LED headlights, which if you squint, have a hint of Lambo about them. Angular daytime running lights and creases in the front bumper combine to help it look wider and bolder. Out back, there's a full width tail light bar, a novel feature for the class apparently, while the roof spoiler extends to the roofline, helping to clean up airflow and improve aero efficiency. The design is really interesting and fresh, I think. Okay, it's not retro chic, but it still stands up well against the Hyundai Insta. It is available with a choice of power outputs. The entry-level Active pairs its 30 kilowatt-hour battery with an 87 brake horsepower motor, while Boost, the version with the longest range, features the same motor but a 43.2 kilowatt-hour battery. The range-topping Comfort takes the larger battery and pairs it with the most powerful motor in its class, cutting the 0 to 62 miles per hour time to 9.1 seconds. It's not blisteringly quick, but nippy enough for what the buyers of this car need. Likewise, the charge times won't blow you away, juicing from 10 to 80% regardless of what battery capacity in 30 minutes. Again, what more do you want from a family runaround or daily urban commute car at this price? It feels more sophisticated than a Dacia Spring or a Leapmotor T03, but less composed out of the urban jungle than a Citroën EC3 or Renault 5, with more lean through the corners and less grip. The ride is quite bouncy at speed and it struggles to deal with potholes and bumps. The powertrain is smooth. Floor the accelerator, however, and the Hankook tyres will scrabble for grip. There are 3 driving modes: comfort, sport and eco, with very subtle differences in the way that the power is delivered and the feel and weight of the steering. The Dolphin Surf's light steering and tight turning circle are much better suited to driving around town. Same with the suspension, which errs on the side of soft and is more composed at lower speeds. The brakes can be grabby, and even in strong mode, the regen braking is pretty weak, meaning one pedal driving isn't possible. I mean, for me, that's not something I'm bothered about, but it might put some people off. It doesn't feel like you're going to die when you take it on the motorway as well, which is always a bonus. It will comfortably cruise with barely a hint of wind noise and allow for swift overtakes when required. Inside, the cabin is practical and packed with useful high-tech features, and the build quality and materials are more than good enough for the price and pretty decent by small car standards. In the centre of the low-set dashboard is BYD's signature 10.1-inch rotating touchscreen, incorporating the brand's latest user interface, which is fairly quick to respond and intuitive. There's also proper physical switchgear for all of the essentials. All versions get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard, plus BYD's own voice assistant. Higher trims add heated seats, wireless phone charging and even ambient lighting. The front sport seats are comfortable and supportive, and the steering wheel can be adjusted for height and reach. All 3 versions of the car come with 3 ISOFIX anchor points, 2 in the rear and 1 in the front, so really versatile for families. There are no fewer than 20 storage areas dotted throughout the vehicle, including a cable-sized cubby beneath the boot floor. And unlike other cars in its class, you can hold your smartphone or wearable against a sensor on the side mirror to unlock it, and use the BYD app to cool or warm the cabin before you get in. It also boasts vehicle-to-load technology, which allows devices to be powered at up to 3.3 kilowatts should you wish to take, I don't know, a coffee machine to work for your breaks if you don't like your colleagues, or an electric grill for lunchtime if you do like your colleagues and you want to impress them with your culinary skills. The cabin features airbags galore, a suite of driving aids and safety equipment. Even the entry-level version gets rear parking sensors and a rear view camera, LED daytime running lights, adaptive cruise control, air conditioning, vegan leather seats and electrically adjustable side mirrors. The vibrant metallic launch colour, lime green, which would be like if a lime and a lemon had a baby, also comes standard. As with all BYDs, every version of the Dolphin Surf comes with a 6-year manufacturer's warranty and 8 years for the battery and electric motor. As well as their bigger battery and larger 16-inch alloy wheels, boost versions of the car add electric adjustment on the front seats, along with rain-sensing wipers and electric folding side mirrors. And the range-topping comfort features a 360-degree camera, LED headlights, rear privacy glass, side mirror footlights, heated front seats and wireless smartphone charging. There is no NCAP safety rating at the time of filming, but BYD is confident of getting a minimum 4-star score when the Dolphin Surf undergoes crash tests. Priced to compete at the value end of the city car market, but with the space and sophistication of a larger Super Mini, BYD have positioned the Dolphin Seal very well. Cheaper than its trendier rivals and only slightly more than its budget rivals, it's a good middle option. BYD is confident that its latest EV allows buyers on a budget to go electric without making compromises. and I have to agree. It looks fun, it's practical, generously kitted out, and doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart when you close the door. What BYD has done with the Dolphin Surf is very commendable. It feels like a proper car, and it's the ideal single car option for both professionals and small families alike. The small, affordable EV segment is yet to be conquered, but it's a real challenge for car makers to make a profitable business with all the pressures of meeting EU regulations. But the race is on, and the BYD Dolphin Surf seems to be a very serious contender that could own this space for the next few years before its competitors catch up.